Hey guys, it's Lori here at Lore Stitches on YouTube and also at Lore Stitches over on Instagram. We are back today for Flosstube number 29. Hey, so if you guys are new to my channel, thanks for coming and visiting. Hope you find something that you like that makes you want to stick around. And if you are a returning viewer, I really appreciate you coming back, spending some time with me. And I really appreciate you guys commenting on the videos, and I get to interact with you, and I really appreciate that. So I appreciated all the kind thoughts about my puppy Loki from the last video, so thank you so much for those of you who expressed your thoughts and prayers and kind words for my puppy and my family, so I appreciate it. Anyway, we are back to cross stitching. So I was in a Frogwarts retreat, which I think I told you about last time. I was supposed to film right around that time, but it was crazy busy. There were a ton of prompts, a ton of stitching that was done over the weekend, so I did not get a chance to film. But I do want to show you some progress on lots of things that I got done. So let's start with my daily 30, which is Santa's Sleigh by Nora Corbett. I will show you a picture of what it should look like when it's completed. And then let me show you a picture of where I was last time. And this is where I am currently. So I have a hair in my face. It's driving me nuts. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I've gotten a lot more done up in this area. I have filled in some of the Krynic down in these ribbons. I filled in some Krynic down through here, and I've got some dangling here too. I found out that I did not have all the beads to complete it, so I did make an order at 123 Stitch so that I could complete those. I had 2 of them, and I had to order 2. So I actually just got those in yesterday, so I have those. I don't know if that's wishful thinking, me thinking, hey, I'm getting close to being done, but again, I tend to underestimate how much I have left, so very likely. Why is there dust on this? Oh, it looks awful there. I was just noticing, I was just like fuzzers for some reason. Probably my cat was laying on it. There is not dirt here, so... Anyway, so I feel like I'm getting really close. There's going to be a lot of back stitching. There's still a lot of beading, but I am working my way. I've got some white to do up here, so I've got to either move this or something, but I'm kind of looking at doing some of the Krynic and other threads through these little loop-de-loops here before I move it. So anyway, I have completed so far 1,680 stitches on this, and today is July 16th, so if I do about 100 a day, I am right on track with that. I have not done my daily 30 today. I have a ton of excuses as to why I haven't done that, but the reality is that I haven't done it. I actually just finished a meeting where I was stitching during, and I did not pick up this project. I picked up one of my WIPGO projects because I stitched with the wrong color and it was making me mad, so I just sat there and frogged it during my meeting. So anyway, this one is getting worked on and getting love. So my WIPGO goal for this is to be finished. It has not been called yet this year. So having it be my daily 30 and supporting my friend Brandy and her Christmas in July, she's starting like 12 new Christmas projects or something crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. But hey, I'll support you in this. Anyway, so this will just get me closer to that WIPGO goal when it does come up. So that's a good thing. Anyway, so this is where I am for Nora Corbett's Santa Sleigh. And the next time I see you, it'll be my July update, or yeah, my daily 30 for July. So it should be all done for July at least. So we'll see how much I get finished then. When I say all done, I mean my daily 30 will be all done. Maybe the project will be all done. That would be even fantasticer. The words today. The words are bad today. Anyway, so this is where Santa's sleigh sits, and I can even show you the front half of the sleigh was part of last year's goal, so I really am sitting pretty close to this one, I feel like. But again, underestimate. It's probably still 10,000 more stitches, who knows. So that's that one. So I will continue working on that as my daily 30. And then let's talk WIPGO. So my WIPGO goals for this month were Murky Manor, which I had that window that was off, that I had to frog on. And then what was my other WIPGO goal? Oh, the Greenhouse of Oddities Stitch Along by Lola Crow. So let me show you where I was at last time with that project. I don't have a good picture of it finished yet. This is one picture that I downloaded in the middle of the stitch along. So I was on this side and I had just done a little bit of brown dirt over here. And my WIPGO goal was to complete the bottom and then go up this side here and complete the frog. So I did complete that WIPGO goal. I just did it over this weekend. So let me show you where it's sitting currently. This is on a piece of BeStitchMe called Ledger. I just really love this. So, sorry about all the flosses hanging out here, but I completed all of this along the bottom. I got the little frog man done over here. I even went up this side, even though that wasn't part of my goal. And then I did complete all the way up here, so this starts the roof right in here. There's also a little blurb of stuff that comes out here as well, which I've got to work on still. But I did complete this bottom part, the frog, and the outside piece here, which is what I wanted to do. So when I completed that goal, that gave me actually a bingo across the bottom of WIPGO board. So that's exciting. So now I got to figure out what to do with that. But this one now, this is a Pinky Promises bag on Etsy. This little guy will get shoved in my I'm done with it this year bin. That doesn't mean that I can't pull it back out. That's where I am with that so far. My other WIPGO goal was Murky Manor. This is a Garon Tottenbags bag. This is what Murky Manor will look like when it's completed. It's by Glendon Place. Let me show you where I was last time. And folks, this is hot off the, not Q-snap because obviously it's still on it, hot off the needle? I don't know. Anyway, this right here, I need to figure out a better way to do this. Okay, this was the window I was working on. So if you remember, I had the orange little lines done and a little bit around it done. So I had to frog out this whole bottom part of the window because I was one stitch too high. So I had to move it all down, then complete the window. And then when I was stitching the green shutters, I was stitching the dark green, and then it should have been a medium green and a lighter green. I stitched the dark green on both sides, and I stitched a beige color in the middle, and then I stitched the light green. And then I finished all this side, and then I got to this side, and I started the light green, and I'm like, wait a minute, this should be all green, just like these shutters up here. What the heck did I do? So I totally messed up when I looked at, here it is. These are the symbols. And then on this side is the color, right? And so when I looked over, I got one color down from where it was. And if you look to see here, the DMC, it's not in numerical order. So it's hard to, that might be a little bit blurry. But it's hard to, like if I go over, it's not the next number down or anything like that. It's a totally random number. So I messed up, stitched the wrong thing. And so I was mad this weekend when I saw that and I put it aside. So tonight I had a meeting because I'm on a national committee with an organization that I belong to. And so I was like, I'm just going to frog it. I'm just going to frog it and get it done while I'm listening. So I frogged it and then I was like, oh, that color, I pulled out the envelope with the color in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it. And I ended up getting the whole window done. So that was my WIPGO goal, was to frog out what I needed to frog and then complete this whole window section. There's like a little porch that goes in front of here, so that's what this is. And then I got to do a window on this side. There was even some around the door I completed this weekend. So I feel like I made good progress on this. So that finishes my second WIPGO goal for the month of July, and that's all the WIPGOs I had for this month. So I'm going to take this off the Q-snap, fold this one up, and then put it in the to be worked on later bin. This fabric is one that I did. It's not one that you can get anymore. So, but anything that I stitch on, all of the information will be in the box below if you have any questions about it, including my needle minders. They're all in there as well. So as far as the Q-snap covers go, I don't have those listed in the box below because I bought them so long ago. I am not sure where the heck I got them. And when I say so long ago, I'm talking in like the 2000s. Yeah, the 2000s. So it's been a long time. But anyway, so that is both of my WIPGO goals completed. Next, I have 50 before 50. One of the things that I wanted to show you, if I could find it, that'd be really great. Thought I had it in my bin here. Well, I will show you this one. This is one of my 50 before 50 starts. So it's the Adios Bitch, the Supernatural piece. So let me show you where I was last time on that. So I got a little bit more done on it. So here's where I am now. I just worked in black on this thing. But that's some progress. Not something I expected to have progress on, but it's something. All right, 50 before 50. I was talking to you guys about some of my next starts, and one of them that I had talked about starting was the Crescent Moon Dragon by Joan Elliot. So it comes in this book, and this is the actual design. I had it kitted up. This is a Pinky Promises bag. So I have it all kitted here, and I did get to start this. I started it on, let's see, July 5th. I started this. And this is on a piece of, I'm going to have to see what it is. It's actually probably a Picture This Plus. So I think it's Picture This Plus. I will put it in the description below. It isn't very much, but I did get started a little bit on the Crescent Moon Dragon. It was about, I didn't even count how many stitches this was, sadly. But this is where I am. I started in the middle. Actually, yeah, that's right. I thought I had it sideways, but nope, that's the correct way. You have to keep looking at the pattern to see. But yes, this is the correct way. This is a ClaybyKim needle minder and in a Pinky Promises bag, if I didn't already say that. Sorry, my cat Hare is on there. She likes to lay on things, so that is another start that I got going. I'm pretty sure it was over 100, but I don't have it written down on there. It is a couple of colors, so. And then I also started Beltane, which is a primitive Hare freebie. I'm going to try to just show you a little bit of what it looks like, but part of the pattern's on the same page, so I don't want to. Okay. This is another 50 before 50 start. It is start number 15, and I started it on July 13th. So this is where I am on it. This is a little piece of Aida from Hobby Lobby. It is called, it comes in the little, they were on clearance or something, so I picked them up thinking I could stitch something on it. 14 count Aida vintage oat. And so I just cut off a little piece of it. And this won't take very long to finish, but at least I have started another one. It's only a few colors, so I just got to find something small to put this in. Okay, I think that's the only 2 starts I had. Yes, 14 and 15. 13 was in June. Okay, so next up for starts, I did get in my thread pack for, this is my thread pack for Ghostly Gathering by Glendon Place. And I'm going to stitch this on a BeStitchMe fabric called Gorgeous Grape. So that's going to be in the works soon here. And then I also did pick up more of the threads for March, August, October, no, May, August, I think it's May is the next one that I picked up. I picked up some of the threads because they are gassed. So I got the gas threads in. I got the beads for my Santa sleigh. And then because Hall should never travel alone, I did pick up Haunted House Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. I saw Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff stitching on this, and the colors are so much more stunning than they appear in this photo. So I'm a Halloween girly, and I picked this up. And then I was also watching Sammy at Sammy J Stitches, and she was doing Madame Chantilly's Celebrate Halloween. Is that right? Yeah. And I really, really loved that too. And then I also saw Madame Chantilly's what is it? Celebrate the Bees. I couldn't pass that up. So that's what I got as far as haul done. I really need to find, hold on just a minute, I'm going to find it. Okay, we're back. So, March wordplay. This was my 50 before 50 start. I started it, was it back in March? It probably was. It doesn't say, but it was like number 4, so it was probably back in, and I started in February, so it probably was back in March. I started this design. I realized when I was stitching on it that I did the key up here in the top, and then in like a lion, and I started windy. I did those all 3 in the same color, and the key is a totally different color than these words here. And the problem is I did the key in the right color, and I did all the words in the wrong color, right? So I had to start ripping that out. And when I did that, I ripped a hole in my Aida. So I was pretty upset about it. So even though this technically doesn't count, I did restart it. And I'm actually even farther along than I was before. I did the key, I switched to this and did the In Like a Lion, the crocus blooms, the shamrocks, and then I started on the baby little sheepies right here. I just got to put the black hooves and face and all that stuff on them. So I'm actually further along on this than I was before, which is fine because it hit some prompts this weekend and I was able to get that restarted so that it still is a start for this year. It's in a bag my aunt made me. So, oops, I better keep this in here. So when I did that, I had to cut a new piece of fabric. So then for my other ones, I cut off that same fabric. I cut more and serged them all up. So I have 2 more pieces of fabric ready to go for that. So that'll be good. And I can stick these in here and just be ready to start that soon. I also still have the greenhouse from Cottage Garden Samplings, and I have the threads from Hand Dyed Fibers in here. So I have this in the same bag as my castle from them, so I've got to pick out, I think I might be doing it on the same color because this isn't going to be very big. This is my castle. Oh, looks like maybe I've already cut it. So that must have been my plan because, hey. And this is a bag my aunt made me too. So, all right. So those are my upcoming starts. Oh, also, I have an upcoming start. I don't know if I have a good picture of it, but I'm going to see if I do. Yeah, I think this shows a picture of it. So this is what it is. Taylor and Cromwell D&D stitch along cross stitch pattern. And so I have, ooh, of course I messed that up. Get out of there. This whole frame, which looks like stones and paths. And then once you get to these rooms, you roll, and then that'll choose what you put in there. So I have chosen a fabric for that, and I went with Gray Magic on Lugana by BeStitchMe. And I've got some of the threads pulled here too. So I just need a bag for it, and then that's in my lineup to be started as well. So I'm going to go cross off Murky Manor because, like I said, I literally just got that done and I haven't even crossed it off my big WIPGO board. So I'm going to do that. I probably will not stitch on my daily today, unfortunately, because it is close to bedtime and I'm just trying to film this at the end of the day. And I have a long drive tomorrow for training, so there is that. So I'll probably go to bed at a good time tonight. Anyway, that's my update on all my cross stitch stuff. So hopefully you saw something that you're interested in, that you want to keep watching. And I'm really hoping that I can show you a finish on Santa's sleigh next time. We'll see how that goes, but I'm going to try. I really am going to try. It would be so exciting to get a finish this early in the year. But we'll see what happens. And I know that Sammy from Sammy J Stitches, she does this thing called Finish That Stitch December instead of Finish That, you know. And I feel like I have a lot of little things that I've started that I could knock out. So like the Beltane, I have one that's in bulk, and I don't know if I'm saying those names right. I'm just pronouncing them how I think that they're supposed to be pronounced. But some little ones like that, even the March wordplay, I think I could knock some of that stuff out and just have some little finishes throughout the year. So even though I'm starting 50 things before next February, hopefully I can finish some of those 50 things as well, because otherwise we are going to have a really long whip parade at the beginning of the year. Speaking of whip parades, it's time for mid-year whip parade. I have not filmed mine yet. I plan to. I am hoping this weekend I can get to it. So we'll see. I know that I have 30 or 40 whips. So, and I'm just looking kind of behind me here at all the stuff I have going on. So, or behind you, not me, at all the stuff that I have going on. So I need to get it all out and get it organized because I typically go in chronological order, which means I have to start with the guide, Heaven and Earth Designs from 2004, you guys, 20 years old this piece is. But it is an over one and it is very frustrating and I need to get it out and work on it. It may have to be a focus next year, and I started so many 1/1s and then I burn out on them. Even though I love how they look, they have so much detail and it's amazing, but I don't feel like I make a lot of progress on it, and that's frustrating for me. So maybe I will do kind of like I did this year, where I have a Midnight Enchanter, so my wizard, and Lady of the Flag, and I'm alternating back and forth on those for a daily 30. Maybe I will do something like that next year. However, I also have this really cool thing that I want to do. Give me a second again. For those of you that are Frogwarts and haven't gotten your box yet, go away. I got my Frogwarts box. So let me go through some of the things that I got in there because they're pretty awesome. One is this really fun Weasley is Our King bag. I mean, it's a nice thick bag. So it's really cool. And then there is a Quibbler book sleeve. So I can throw a book in there, I can throw some stitching in there. She always designs her own mug that matches the year, and this is year 5, so Order of the Phoenix. So this is my mug. I have the 4 previous ones, so this will go with my collection. And then there is a Valentine blend of tea, and also a tea strainer that has Madame Puttyfoot's Tea and Cakes on it. So really super cute. So all of that together. And then we get some flosses every year. So they put them in the Birdie Bot's Ever Favored floss bag. So we got some licorice is a gray, squash, plum tart, I love that color, popcorn, and then grass. So some of the flavors of the Birdie Bot's Every Flavored beans. There is Luna's radish earrings. So cute. There is Umbridge's cat's thread sorter. And then these are, what are these? I think zipper pulls, or they have Bellatrix and Sirius Black on them. So, and then there is also, oh shoot, a Needleminder. That is a Gringotts Galleon. This is heavy too, like really heavy. And then a project bag. Look at this. This is insane. Look at all these little... Wow. I assume this is a project bags, but it's the Skiving Snack Box. There's a cheat sheet in here. I haven't had a chance to go through it all. But the thing that I wanted to tell you about is there's a 52 card list. And what it is it's like the proclamation educational decree. So all the proclamations that Dolores Umbridge did during Order of the Phoenix, right? But what this is you can pull it, and it has a stitching challenge on it. So like number 44, stitch on a project with a necklace or a locket. So some of the people who went to the retreat, they're doing a countdown to year 6. And they're doing the challenge each week to stitch on something, because there's 52 cards. So that would be all the way until the next retreat. So I don't know if I'm going to join that one or kind of do this at my own pace. But they've got some really cool ones in here. So I'm really excited about this. So anyway, I will be working on that as well. So that's it for me. We'll just keep trucking on Santa's sleigh and throw in some new starts, and then I'll see you guys in a couple more weeks. Have a great couple of weeks of stitching, and I hope you meet all of your goals, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.